welcome to Something to Talk About. I'm Linda McNamee, and want to quickly apologize for our little delay, but everything's great and we're ready to rock and roll. So I do want to invite you to give us a call this evening at 781-270-9199. I always forget the number because I never call, because I am here. Or if you have a question for a future topic or a suggestion for a future topic, feel free to email me at talk@bcattv.org. I love to get email that's not spam. And as usual, I would like to thank the crew for this evening for staying with me and supporting me. We have Chris Flaherty, who is a staff member here and makes sure that all of us volunteers behave ourselves. And we also have Liz Gillespie and Stephanie Floridis, who have given up their Wednesday evenings to come and help me out. And to thank them, I brought cookies. So thank you, ladies. And last but definitely not least, I want to thank my husband, Paul, for staying home for daddy date night. Hopefully Gwyneth's violin practice is keeping you sane. My daughter started taking violin today. So anyway, little tangent. But now I would like to introduce my wonderful guest for this evening, Christine Cuccinello.
Yes.
Yes, I did it right.
You got it right. You got it right.
Who is you work with the Burlington Overcoming Addiction. Now, were you one of the founders of that organization?
Kind of co-founder. The Burlington Police asked me if I would run one of the meetings.
Cool.
They wanted us do something about addiction in the town.
Okay.
So they knew how I was doing. Recovery coach.
Oh, cool.
I'm an intern to be a recovery coach.
Excellent.
Yes, I'm almost done.
Yay!
Actually, like 3 more weeks and I'll be a recovery coach.
Excellent.
So,
now
yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, let's back up, and can you tell me a little bit about yourself, like where you grew up? Did you grow up around here?
I grew up in Lexington.
Okay.
I graduated Lexington High School in 1998.
Oh, fine, make me feel old.
1998, and
so you kind of just stayed in this area?
yes, my parents separated and we moved to Burlington 15 years ago.
Okay. Hey, that's when I moved here.
Oh, okay.
And actually, I think today is the anniversary of my closing date.
Oh,
on my house. Actually, tomorrow is. But anyway, I digress. So Burlington Police Department approached you because you're working at becoming a recovery coach.
Yes.
And they said, lead this. Now, did they already have the meetings?
Okay, so no, they didn't even have the meetings yet. They asked me to come up with a name.
Okay.
I kind of did, but then they came up with their own name. So
Of course.
they came up with Burlington Opioid Outreach Program.
Boop.
Boop. Yes, it was called Boop before.
I'm not a big fan of that name.
Me neither. So, but I went along with it.
That's what brainstorming is for. We come up with different names. Okay.
So
now it's BOA,
Burlington Overcoming Addiction. And why we changed is because it's not just opioids that we're focused on. It's all addictions that we're focused on.
Oh, okay.
So that's why we changed. And basically, all the towns are overcoming addiction, like Malden overcoming addiction, Medford overcoming addiction, Waltham overcoming addiction. You know, so we thought we'd
just tag along.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So that's how we became BOA.
Okay.
Yes.
So what are these? When are these meetings? Are they at the police department, or are they at the library?
No.
Or?
Okay, so we have them every Tuesday night.
Okay.
From 7 to 8 p.m. At St. Mark's Church.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's where the pumpkin patch is this month.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Okay. Or it will be because it's not
there was
October
a pumpkin patch.
There will be on
last,
October 1st?
Last week was.
Really?
Yeah, there was a pumpkin patch. That's what we had to go upstairs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it may have just been the meeting because they start on October 1st.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So anyway, we'll leave the pumpkin patch out of this now.
So, yep, we meet St. Mark's Church, 10 St. Mark's Road. All are welcome.
Okay, so anybody can come.
Not just Burlington, everywhere.
Okay.
All the towns.
Okay. And anybody affected by addiction, whether it was them personally or if they had somebody in the family or if they're just curious? I mean...
you know, I was hoping to have a lot of, mostly
recovery.
People in recovery.
Oh, okay.
Or people that are still struggling
Okay.
with addiction issues, but it's mostly just family members
Okay.
that have had someone that has passed away,
Okay.
or someone that their son or daughter is using still.
Okay.
That's who we have mostly.
Okay.
So I'm there. I'm actually a peer educator.
Okay. So it's more like a facilitator role?
Actually, it's not an NA or AA meeting.
Okay.
I have someone come and speak every week from a different organization.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Okay.
So I thought, like at the beginning, I told them, I said, I want something different. I don't just want an NA or AA meeting.
Right. Okay.
You know, like that's.
Been there, done that.
Yes,
you know,
exactly.
everybody does that.
Yes.
We want to be unique.
Yes, absolutely. So I came up with this. Hey, let's have someone from different organizations
Excellent.
come every time.
So can you think of any, not to put you on the spot, but what kind of organizations?
I've had Marianne from Moore, the executive director, come.
Okay.
I've had I think Daniel O'Connor from AdCare.
Oh, okay.
I've had
Well, no, that kind of
Okay.
gives me the idea.
Okay.
I'm just like wondering, now do you partner with these organizations, or they just come and guest speak
no,
and
actually,
then you're done?
you know what? We're partnered with Safe and Sound Recovery in Boston.
Okay. Now tell me
I-
about them, because I'm
Okay,
like,
so I actually intern for them.
okay,
I've been going there since November.
okay,
So they're like a peer recovery center,
okay,
and it's run by peers.
okay,
So I actually just did my training to be a peer educator. So
Okay.
I'm certified for that.
cool,
And now I'm almost a recovery coach.
excellent,
And I intern at Safe and Sound.
okay,
So it's basically like anyone can come from the public. There's
Okay.
computers, phones, everything. So, anyone can come. There's food. We have meetings. We have support groups.
okay.
Just stuff like that.
Now this is like the solution, or a solution. Can we back up a little bit and talk
Sure.
about the problem? I mean, how widespread is drug use and abuse in, like, is it just Burlington? I mean, you're mentioning
everywhere.
Boston and all these other problems.
It's widespread. It's very widespread. It's everywhere. I just heard on the news yesterday, 637 people have died in 2017
Wow.
from.
Is that in Massachusetts?
Yes, from I think they either said carfentanil.
Okay.
That carfentanil is really bad.
Ew.
You can touch it and die.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's pretty strong stuff. That's pretty scary.
yeah, it is.
Now, why do people start getting into the drug use? Is it just like,
Well, mental health has a lot to do with it.
okay,
It's kind of hand in hand.
okay.
So,
Is it like usually somebody's injured and broken a leg, and
well,
then, or
a
is
lot
it,
of athletes
oh,
get
okay.
into drugs because, yes, they're injured and the doctors prescribe opioids for them,
Okay.
and then they get addicted, and
Ah, okay.
then the pills don't work for them anymore. and
Because they
then,
built up like a
yeah, tolerance.
tolerance. I'm
Yes.
like, immunity is not the right word.
So, a tolerance, and they hear of heroin. Oh gosh, really? That can get me high? Just only $50,
Wow.
or however much. I don't
Yeah.
know how much it is these days, but yeah, and then they move on to the hard stuff. It's really bad.
Heroin isn't considered hard stuff. Wow.
Yeah.
I live in a cave.
Yes. It's when I'm in Boston. Linda. It's really bad.
Wow.
Like, there's people on the streets just like nodding off into the street, like
Wow.
almost getting hit by cars. People overdosing every day. I see ambulances out there. People overdosing every day. People on the street just shooting up, just right there, like
Wow.
right in front of you.
Now, you mentioned I'm all over the place, so I apologize.
That's okay.
But you've mentioned the meetings tend to be like family members.
Mm-hmm.
If they know someone who is addicted to some kind of substance, is it more of an intervention where they go and pull that person in, or does the person kind of have to make
our meetings?
Yeah, well, in general,
Okay.
in order for someone to get help, do they have to make that decision themselves?
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Or is there usually like, you need to,
No, you have to make the decision yourself.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. You have to want it to succeed
Okay.
off the drug. Yeah. If you don't want it, if there's a part of you that doesn't want it, then you're not going to succeed.
Well, I think that's kind of like with any kind of addiction. I mean, you could be addicted to chocolate chip cookies. You could be addicted to coffee. So it's got to be hard to make that transition.
Yes, it is. Can I tell you about a little bit about me, what happened
If
with
you're
me?
willing to share.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got clean 8 years ago.
Excellent. Wow.
I haven't had a drug for 8 years. Wow. So jail got me clean.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I had to go to Framingham.
That was kind of a wake-up call.
A wake-up call. Yeah.
It's like, oh, crap.
Yep. Because the judge said if I ever came back, he would put me in for longer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to see him again.
Yeah, no. And no. So I got clean in 2009, and here I am today. And
Do you think that's kind of why you decided to get into this role, to help people that
Oh,
were
absolutely. I'm like so dedicated to this. I'm
Wow.
very, very dedicated. I will do anything to. My goal is to help people struggling with addiction issues and to maintain their sobriety and help them stay clean.
Okay.
Also, I really, really want to get something in the town of Burlington, or if it's not in the town of Burlington, but in the surrounding towns.
What kind of something?
I want to get a recovery center going.
Really?
I really
Okay,
do.
what's involved? Is it like a medical thing, or is
No,
it?
so it's basically like Safe and Sound Recovery in Boston.
Okay.
So you go there. It's outpatient, so it would be after detox.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, where would somebody go for detox? Would that be like at a hospital, or are there like detox
There's
centers
detox
around?
centers,
Okay.
yeah. So like Tewksbury, Danvers,
Okay.
Boston, AdCare. There's all types. I
Okay.
actually post them on BOA, on the Facebook
Okay.
page. I post them every day. They're updated.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I've seen
post the bed.
postings
Yes.
for like
the open beds. Yep.
So that's what that is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and then you just call the number at the bottom, and if they have a bed, they have a bed. But keep trying to call. Keep trying. Keep trying.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So if someone were addicted, what would their first step be? Go to one of these detox centers, or would they go to a meeting, or the police station, or the hospital, or
Well, I don't think anyone would go to the police station.
probably not. I mean, that was
well,
probably
no, it's okay because there was a program in Gloucester. Was it Gloucester?
I think it was Gloucester.
The Angel program.
Yeah.
Yes, that they went to the police station to get help,
Okay.
and they
And
actually
I think that's
succeeded.
kind of the Gloucester program is kind of what brought opioid addiction back to the headlines.
Yes.
Because I remember when that happened, it was like, oh, that can't happen in our town, but it really does. I mean,
Yes.
it is widespread.
It is. People are like, there's drugs in Burlington? Yes, there is.
Yeah.
There really is. It's
So-
really getting bad.
The problem has always been there, but it's like people want to solve the problem now. Do you think that's kind of why it's been brought to the headlines?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, because
absolutely.
is it Narcan that emergency
Yep.
personnel
I should have
carry?
brought mine. Yes, it's Narcan that saves people's lives.
Is it like an EpiPen type thing?
No, it's a nasal spray.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And it's a kit. It comes with 2.
Okay.
And you do one nostril and then the other nostril. And then you just got to breathe in their mouth. If you don't breathe in their
Okay.
mouth, they're going to go brain dead.
Well, it's
Yeah.
I just took a
actually
CPR class, so I
Oh,
know.
you did?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they did. We actually did a training at Burlington Overcoming Addiction for
Oh, okay.
Narcan training.
Okay.
About 3 weeks ago. We had about 21 people there.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really
That's
successful.
excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, before I forget, another tangent. Tomorrow evening, you are having a special event on the Common.
We
Can
are.
you tell me more about that?
Sure. So it's going to be our very, very first event.
Okay.
We've been going on since June 27th. So this, Burlington Overcoming Addiction,
June,
formerly
July,
BOOP,
August, September. So 3 months?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
going on 3 months.
3 months today?
Yes, 3 months today. So tomorrow is our first annual vigil at the Burlington Commons,
Okay.
6:30 to 8. We're going to have balloons. We're going to have candles. We're going to give out pins. They're like an angel with a ribbon,
Oh, okay.
purple ribbon. And there's
And
going
the
to
purple
be
ribbons, purple ribbon's not your logo. You have the little infinity sign.
that's our logo.
Yeah.
But the ribbon is for like addiction or
Oh,
something.
okay.
So the purple ribbon.
Purple.
So
There's so many colors out there.
I know. I know. So
Is there like a speaker there? or
yeah, I'm
is it-
sorry.
okay.
Yes, I got sidetracked.
well,
so
That's why I have my list here.
yes.
Focus. Okay.
So there's going to be speakers. So it's originally it's dedicated to Joe Reardon.
Okay. Now, who is Joe?
Okay, so Joe is a man that passed away. I think it was December.
Okay. From Burlington?
Yep, and his mother and sister come to the meeting,
Okay.
and we wanted to do a vigil for him, but
Okay.
it's for all the men and women that have passed
Okay.
away. It's not just for Joe,
Okay.
but it's in memory of him
Okay.
and in memory of everybody that has passed away.
Okay.
So it's going to be. I think it's going to be very successful.
Any cost involved, or just
No,
show up?
Just show up.
Oh, okay.
Yep, just show up.
All right.
GRASP is going to be there.
Now, what's GRASP?
Okay, GRASP is.
All these acronyms.
I know. GRASP is basically for families that have lost a loved
Okay.
one from addiction.
Okay.
So, and from addiction and basically suicide.
Okay.
Because, addiction has a lot to do with suicide too.
Okay.
So,
Because not all overdoses are accidental, or?
well, when they're so depressed,
Okay.
and using drugs, they tend to harm themselves.
Okay.
So it, I don't know what my point was for that, but GRASP, okay. So that's what GRASP does. They meet, they have a meeting in Woburn now, or Winchester. They used to be in Billerica, but now they're in Woburn.
Okay.
Yes. And I don't know what nights it
Okay.
is.
They probably have like a website
do,
or
they do.
Facebook page or
Yes,
something.
they do.
Okay.
Yep, and someone's going to be there from there. They're going to have a bunch of resources on their table.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you still looking for volunteers, or if any? So, Burlington Overcoming Addiction is this new organization. Do you ever look for volunteers? I mean,
No, there's really
need any?
no need for volunteers. Me and Brandy, which she comes to the meetings.
Okay.
We go to events, the recovery events.
Okay.
I try to
In
go
the
to as many
greater
as I can.
Boston area?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So we try to go to all the recovery events. Like we went to Waltham Overcoming Addiction.
Okay.
We went to Malden Overcomes Day. We went to the Medford kickball game.
Is it a kickball game?
Yeah. I forget what it was. It was the Medford kickball game, but it
Okay.
had to do with addiction.
Okay.
Yeah. So we went to those. We had Burlington Day.
Okay. Which is where I met you.
Yes.
Celebrate Burlington in the pouring rain.
Yes, I know. I
Like
wish it was.
hiding under my umbrella going,
I know, and your poncho.
"Hi, who are you?" Yeah, I looked like a giant tomato, I know. But hey,
Hey,
It was fun.
Yes, it was.
And I met you.
Yes, and that's the good thing about it. So, I forget where we were at. I forget.
We're still talking about the event.
Okay.
And I think so. It's the first annual.
And yeah, we're going to let the balloons go. I think there's going to be maybe 5 speakers.
Okay.
The chief of police.
Okay.
Selectmen.
Okay.
The family that lost.
Okay.
Joe. The mother and the sister. And then one of the officers is going to say all the names that have passed away.
Okay.
And all the names that are we're actually doing names that have passed away and names that are in recovery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're going to have a sign-up
hope
list.
for the recovery.
Yes. You can actually go on, it's actually called joemattered@gmail.com.
Okay.
And if you plan to come to the vigil,
Okay.
you go to joemattered@gmail.com and put the name of the person you lost.
Okay.
Or you put the name of the person in recovery,
Okay.
and we'll say the name at the vigil.
Okay.
Or you can just come to the vigil and we'll have a sign-up sheet.
Oh, okay.
Sign-in sheet.
So get there right at before 6:30 because once it starts.
Well, we're going to start talking at 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so everybody can
But get there early on and make sure that your name is spelled correctly.
Yes. Well, the people that have passed away.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
So,
backing up a little bit, we talked about a really big problem, and now communities in the professional world has accepted that there is a problem. Now, before, I'm not exactly sure what it was referred to, but now it is considered a mental illness or a
disease.
Rather than it's a disease instead of just a habit.
Yes, it's not. Addiction is not a habit. It's a disease.
Okay.
I actually have the cards that say it.
Okay.
Yes, it's I mean, it's
because
it's kind of like it's kind of hard to explain. But
Yeah.
it's a disease, and
because people are like more predisposed to needing.
yes, but like it's not particular. It's like a particular person. It can
Okay.
be rich people, poor people.
Okay. So it can affect anybody. It doesn't.
Anybody.
Now, is there like a trend for gender? Is it more women versus more men?
I heard it's more men than women.
Okay.
Yes. It's affecting more men than women, which I thought it was more women than men.
Okay.
But I read up on it
Does
yesterday.
it tend to be like younger people, like in their 20s, or? I don't know.
It's actually all
everywhere.
ages.
Everywhere.
Yeah,
So nobody is immune, basically. Okay. Now, initially, we started talking about opioid addiction.
Yes.
Is that really the most? What other types of addictions are? I mean, heroin. Is heroin? Okay.
Cocaine,
Okay.
but that's mental. Cocaine is like a mental.
Oh.
You don't get addicted to cocaine. You can't go to detox for cocaine.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, no, because you don't detox from it. It's just
Okay.
like a mental thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all in the head.
Okay.
So that cocaine, benzos.
Okay.
You can go to detox for that.
Oh, okay.
And you don't want to get addicted to benzos.
Okay.
They're really bad. Yeah. What other type of drugs?
Not to put you on the spot again, I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
should
no,
probably
that's
stop
okay.
doing that.
No.
Now, once somebody starts recovery, is there like a period of time where it's like, okay, 2 weeks and you're done, or is it different for everybody? And are you ever really completely recovered? I mean, you had mentioned that you've been clean for 8 years.
Yep. People actually
But
say
you're not
that
really
I'm recovered. Like, not me, but
Yeah.
they're recovered.
They're recovered.
And I always say, you're not recovered. You're not. You'll always be in recovery. Cause
Yeah, you're never really cured.
you're not cured, no.
Yeah.
And I don't like it when people say that they're recovered, because you'll always be in recovery. You know,
Okay.
we don't use the word addict anymore.
Oh, really? Okay.
No, we don't use that word anymore. It's not allowed.
What is the correct term that
A woman or man in recovery.
in recovery? Okay.
Long term or short term.
Okay.
So if I was to introduce myself, I would say, "Hi, my name's Christine Cuccinello, and I'm a woman in long-term recovery."
Okay.
Not "Hi, my name's Christine Cuccinello, and I'm an addict."
Okay.
You know how people used to say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't say that anymore.
Okay. Well, because it has a definite negative connotation on it, and recovery is a lot more positive.
Yes, absolutely.
So is what's short term if you're currently in detox or something?
Short term is like, I
Less
don't
than
know,
5
like
years?
months.
Months.
Less than
Less than a year?
Yeah, well, yeah, less
Okay.
than a year. Less than. It's about like 2 years
Okay.
and down. You know.
Okay.
So long term, 3 years and up, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Now, are there costs involved in recovery? Like you mentioned, the beds that are available?
Yeah,
I mean,
detox is free because it goes under the insurance company.
okay.
But if you want, the only thing is that if you want to go to a sober house, it does cost money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that like after detox, just to kind of
After detox, you know, people
keep
can
a support, live in a supportive environment type thing?
yes, you can go to work. It's basically like your own house. You have to share the kitchen,
It's like
living
a
room.
dorm or a co-op or something.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
house with rooms that you rent out.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's rules, strict rules. So
Fair enough.
So that's a sober house, but halfway houses, some of them are TCs, which you can't work. You only can like stay in the house. Those are really strict.
Okay.
So and then there's just regular halfway houses that are strict, but allow
Okay.
you to work after a certain amount of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
But
what if somebody doesn't have insurance? Because, I mean,
They
in the
have-
news right now,
they
there's
have
a
free-
lot going on
they
about...
have free beds.
Okay.
Yeah. You just have to call the right time when they have the free beds.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. So I would suggest after detox that you go into a 30-day program. Someone goes into a 30-day program.
Okay.
Yeah. Because after detox, you're still really like
Well, you're
not-
vulnerable.
Yes. Yes. So
It's like, okay, I'm clean. Now what? I mean, you don't
Yeah.
want to go back into the same habits in the same environment that you were in, because then you'd just pick
Yeah.
up these same bad habits and it would just be like this infinite loop.
yeah. I was a chronic relapser. I relapsed all the time. I never thought I would get clean. So if I can get clean,
Do you know what
anyone can.
changed it for the... Because now it's been 8 years, which...
I don't even think about it anymore.
Was there something that changed
I just
that you're like,
didn't
this is
want to
this
live
is the
that
time,
life anymore.
This is the time. This
This
is going to work.
the time. Like, no more. I want something.
Now, did you have supportive family?
I did. I do.
Okay,
Yes.
because a lot of people, you
lot of
hear
people
stories
don't.
about people that, are estranged from their parents, or
Yeah, or their parents just give up on them, and then they're homeless,
Yeah.
and they have nothing. My family didn't give up on me, which I'm very, very lucky. Very lucky.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
I know. So, yeah, so I turned my life around. It hit me. I didn't want to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. You
Yeah.
know? So,
So after detox, are there like resources available, like either
there's
through
tons of resources.
either BOA saying,
I
okay,
can actually
here's
place
job
people.
training,
Yeah.
or
I can place people in detox. I can place them in holdings.
okay,
There's halfway houses that accept people from the street.
okay,
I have a whole list, and I
Okay.
have so many people I can call. Just one phone call.
okay.
You know. So,
And you can like listen to that person's story and figure out what's best for them, whether they need,
yes.
what direction to go in.
Yes.
Because if they're homeless, well, first of all, in order to stay away from drug use, you need a home.
Exactly. You
And
do.
once that is taken care of, well, then you need a job to keep said home.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
So you provide resources
I
and
do.
outlets to fix
Yes.
the
I
other
do.
things that are, that might be broken, like the job
Yep.
or the finance or, not having any support network or system.
Yes. I'll
So
help.
how would
I
they
help.
find you?
So be on Facebook. We have a Facebook page.
Okay.
It's called Burlington Overcoming Addiction.
Okay.
BOA.
Okay.
And my phone number's on there. I think either my personal email it's Burlington Overcoming Addiction at gmail.com.
Okay.
Or my personal one.
Okay.
But yeah, my
I'd rather
number's
it
on
go
there.
through the organization to
Yeah,
keep
but
a
it comes.
record.
Yeah, it comes right to me anyway.
Okay.
So, yeah, anyone can get in touch with me. Can I say my number?
Sure, just probably on the screen. You've got your email right there.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, hello.
The wonders of modern technology.
So my number is 857. Oh, there it is. 258-9708. So if anyone needs to call me, I'm here to talk, listen. If you need to be placed, I'll place you. I'm just here with open arms, and I really, really want to help. So if anybody's struggling, please reach out, because I don't judge. Please don't feel uncomfortable. I've been there, I've done that, and I'm not a judger. So please, if anybody needs help, please come to me.
That was a good message.
Thank you. Yeah.
Now, again, moving on. When we met at Celebrate Burlington, you had mentioned to me about wanting to change the stigma
Yes.
of addiction. How do you go about that? I mean, what is your goal?
My goal?
Yeah. How do you change the stigma? I mean, is it just through education? Is it relabeling?
I don't know if it's relabeling. What do you mean? What do you mean about relabeling?
Well, I mean, instead of calling it, you had mentioned you are in recovery as opposed to being an addict.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is there other terminology that you want to introduce to make it sound less, or make it sound more positive? Like recovery versus I'm in recovery, I'm recovering, as opposed to I have been addicted. One's positive, one's not. Is it through education? Is it through
it's through experience.
experience? Okay.
It's the life that I lived, and that I just have so much experience because of my background.
Okay.
And the education, the training.
And it's not necessarily training those affected, it's training people like me who fortunately have not been affected. It's like, yes, there is a problem here, and it's not the fault of the individuals who have this disease. It is, it could be your next door neighbor. It could be your colleague.
I've heard of doctors being heroin addicts and still being doctors and
Wow.
treating people.
That's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they
Lawyers.
call it practicing medicine.
Yeah, lawyers. Yeah.
Now, are there procedures that someone can go through if I suspected a friend of mine being, using using illegal substances? What would you advise me to do? Do I approach them?
If you saw a friend doing it?
Sure, why not? And
I'm
we'll
sorry, I didn't hear.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, if I suspected a friend of
Oh,
mine,
if you suspected, okay.
If I suspected or if I confirmed it, whether I saw them or saw paraphernalia or
I would
just
approach
behavior.
I would approach them and say something to them.
So how would you approach it without sounding accusatory?
Well, if I thought one of my friends was using,
Okay.
you know, I'd say, you know, listen, what's going on? Are you okay?
Okay.
You know, you seem different.
Okay.
You know, you can talk to me. You know, you can talk to me. Tell me what's going on. Are you
Okay.
using? Like, you know, just like,
Yeah. Is everything okay? You know?
yeah, everything okay. You know, just go about it very like
Supportive.
nonchalant.
And
Yeah,
that, hey,
supportive.
what is this? You know?
Yeah.
I remember the commercials when I was really little, you know, the mom finding the box of drugs in the kid's bedroom. What is this?
Oh, I didn't
You
see
know?
that.
Oh,
Oh.
I mean, it was, you know, 30, 40 years ago.
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, I'm dating myself now. So, you know, we want to be supportive because we realize, you know, we meaning society now is trying to place the blame on the substance instead of because it's not really the person who's bad, it's the behavior, it's the...
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, anyone can get addicted. It's like if you're like if you go to church every day, if you're like a Christian and you go to church every day and you do sports and you grow up in this lovely household, it
Doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. You can still become an addict. It's affected everybody.
Yeah. Now, what are your thoughts? I mean, I didn't ask you this in advance, so if you don't want to answer it,
Okay.
feel free. But I remember hearing the term gateway drugs. Oh, if you start smoking
Yes.
cigarettes, it's a gateway drug into marijuana use.
Yep.
And marijuana is a gateway into... What are your thoughts on gateway drugs? Are they really gateway drugs, or is it just
I don't know
like
anymore.
a
Like when I was
choice?
back in high school, I used to drink. I used to smoke weed. You know, I was a constant weed smoker. But like, I don't know. It was the people that I hung out with.
Okay.
If I wasn't hanging around with those people, I don't think I would have ever picked up.
Okay.
Because I started off with Percocet.
Okay.
You know, because I actually have fibromyalgia really bad,
Okay.
and I've had it since high school.
Oh,
So
okay.
the doctor used to prescribe me Percocet. So I got those, and then it moved on to the Oxycontins.
Okay.
And I was hanging out with friends that were doing them, and I'm like, oh yeah, what's this? Yeah, you know. So
I'll get another prescription when we get
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Okay.
And I was working as a CNA in hospice.
Okay.
And you know, everyone's like, oh, you.
So you had the
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah, but I never took anything from
Okay.
anywhere. You know, I would get in a lot of trouble. If I
Well,
did
yeah.
that. Yeah. So, but yeah.
So gateway, it
gateway,
really isn't
gateway,
an
yeah.
absolute. It
says
it's
gateway,
a gray area.
Gateway is drinking and smoking weed, but
Okay.
I really don't know. It's been so long for me
Okay.
that I don't know if you drink or if you smoke weed today, like
Okay.
that, if you'll become addicted to heroin. I
Okay.
don't know that, and I don't think really anybody knows that.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, they're
maybe
just-
you have to have an addictive personality.
Okay.
Because I have a very addictive personality, very.
Maybe you should, get a puppy. I'm addicted to puppies.
No, I got a kitten.
You got a kitten?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to be the crazy cat lady with 40 cats.
I know.
That's a good addiction.
Yeah, my addiction is actually makeup and hair products and skin products.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's better.
Yeah, better. And clothes.
And clothes, of course. Well, you need clothes.
Yes.
Hey, come on.
But no, I wanted to talk a little bit more about I really want to help people, and I really want to get something in this area.
Okay.
There's last night at our meeting, someone's trying to open up something in Wilmington.
Okay.
And I'm like, what? Wilmington? That's like right around the corner.
Yeah. So what would it take? I mean, in an ideal world, what would it take? Would you need...
I would have to go on my own
Okay.
and be a nonprofit organization. That's what.
Okay. So you'd
That's
have
what,
to establish a nonprofit organization.
Um,
I'm not
yes.
saying we're going to do this. I'm
Oh,
just
no,
like,
no, no,
okay,
no.
let's talk. You know,
No,
because there
I-
might be a viewer out there that says, gee, I would like to do this as well.
Yeah.
And, so, I mean, would you just need like a house? Would you need a storefront? Would you,
like a building.
a building? Okay.
A building with like rooms, like
a
offices.
dorm? Okay, offices.
Not like a
Okay.
dorm, not like a house. If I wanted a house, I would make it like a sober house or a halfway house.
Okay.
But that's not what I'm trying to do. I want to get a recovery center
Okay.
with like resources and just come in and use a computer and like I want to do like what Safe and Sound does.
Okay.
Do the peer thing and do the internship and to be
Okay.
a recovery coach. It makes you feel good.
Okay.
When I go to
Just
Boston,
a positive environment.
absolutely.
Okay.
I'm so happy when I go to Boston because we're like, it's
Well-
just because I'm around positive people.
Yeah, and you're also realizing that you are not alone because I can only imagine that before you were in recovery, you probably felt alone a lot of times.
I did.
And here is a place where it's not just me.
Yeah.
There are other people who feel alone.
I felt alone so much. I'm like, why do I do this? Why am I doing this to
Yeah.
myself?
So the recovery center would be like a location with resources available.
And people, well, I would want like recovery coaches and,
Okay.
like counselors,
Okay.
KDAC or LADAC, counselors,
Okay.
Now
the nonprofit, would it be run through government
I'm not sure.
finance
I'm not
or
sure. I haven't gone that far yet, but like I really want to.
I don't mean to put you. I really don't mean to put you on
You're
the
not
spot.
putting me on the spot at all. No,
I'm
no,
just
I
like,
don't mind.
okay, in an ideal world, what would you like?
Yeah,
Well,
that
would it be
really
grant funded?
nice.
Would it be individual funded? Would there be a cost involved?
Well, yes,
mean,
but
are
like I
people-
wanna become a 501c3,
Okay.
so we can be a nonprofit and
Okay.
make money,
Yeah.
and raise money.
And turn it back into the organization? Yeah.
Exactly, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
I'm fighting for it. I'm
Sounds
gonna
really
fight
good.
tooth and nail. I really am, Linda.
You go, girl.
Oh, I'm going. Oh, I'm going. I'm going all the way.
So, I just glanced at my questions. We talked about outreach.
Yes,
You are having the vigil tomorrow night.
yes.
You have the bi-weekly? No, every
Every week.
Every week.
Yes.
Okay, you have the meetings every week at St. Mark's.
Mm-hmm.
You do events like Celebrate Burlington.
And we go to other towns for their recovery.
Okay.
Like recovery days. They have like all types of events.
Oh,
Like Moore
okay.
just had their event at Faneuil Hall.
Oh, okay.
And there was thousands of people there.
Wow.
It was awesome. Yeah, it was so awesome.
Probably gave away a lot of those little keychains.
They gave away, actually, we
Now, did you attend as an attendee or did you
No, I
attend
worked there.
as a...
intern.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking like not really a vendor, but were you representing BOA?
No, I was representing
Was it called BOA or BOA?
BOA.
BOA. Okay.
Yeah,
Gonna get you a big feather boa.
I know. Or a boa constrictor.
Could do that.
Yes.
I think I'd stick with the feathers for right now. Not a big fan of reptiles.
I know,
but-
me neither. So
So the
back
thing at
to the
Faneuil
question.
Hall.
Okay, yes, more. They had this huge event. I posted some pictures on the BOA site.
Okay.
So they just had like speakers. It was art. It was like art recovery. Someone sang. Oh, lovely singer. I wasn't there for the whole time
okay.
because I had to. Do
So when you say
something.
art recovery, it's like
Artists
recovery
in recovery
through
or art, yeah, recovery. I'm sorry.
using
Artists through recovery or something like
Okay.
that.
So using art as a therapy.
Yes. Yes.
Just want to make sure I understand.
Yes. I wasn't
Okay.
there for the first part. I had something to do.
Okay.
So,
You have a life.
Yes.
You're entitled.
but no, it was really good. Yeah, I loved it.
Now, how do you find out about stuff like this? I mean, just
Because
through
I
your
look,
webpage?
yeah,
through
and on
BOA?
Facebook, like I
Okay.
see who's having events.
Okay.
I'll click on the page, I'll go to message, and I'll send them a message, asking them if I could have my table there.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how I get into all of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I want
Just
to
show
be
up and start
everywhere.
handing your business card around.
Yes, yes. You know, we do have BOA stuff like pens, notepads,
Yeah, a really cool little
bracelets. We're
flashlight.
gonna have bracelets.
Ooh, those are really popular.
Yes, they're not done yet, but
Okay.
this is something else. Safety whistle keychains.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're really nice. They're
Okay.
purple. There's going to be purple and silver with black writing. Yeah, they're going to be really nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't wait to see them.
So, like, blow your whistle if you're in trouble?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Safety whistle.
Safety whistles. I think we had those in college.
Did you?
Yeah.
They're like little long ones.
Actually, these were just like the little, they look like the number 6.
Oh
solid.
yeah, no, these are the long ones.
Oh.
Yeah, the like metal or something.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, that's pretty handy.
yeah, yeah. So, we're gonna have pamphlets.
Okay.
I actually made pamphlets myself.
Wow.
So, had those flyers. We're gonna have like a board with an easel,
Okay, yep.
poster board thing.
Oh, okay.
We're waiting for our tablecloth.
Okay.
We're waiting for some things, but
Okay. Well, you just went through the name change, and
Yeah.
you have to get everything redone,
Yes,
including
yes.
the letterhead.
yes,
So,
yep. So
and purple's a very cool color.
I love purple and teal.
Teal.
Teal
yes.
is for people in recovery,
Oh, okay.
and purple is addiction. So I mix the two together.
Oh, okay.
So our colors are purple and teal.
Okay. Running out of colors because I think teal is also ovarian cancer too.
Is it really?
Yes. I lost a friend to ovarian cancer, and her mom gave me a little teal ribbon.
Oh, okay.
So-
So there's a bunch of things that those colors
ribbons
stand
are
for. Yeah.
everywhere.
Yes, they are. Wow.
You
Didn't
think
realize
there's
that.
an infinite number of colors, but I think they're running around. Okay, so I don't remember if we talked about this, but can you tell me more about your partnership with Burlington Police Department? Are you still in a working relationship, or did they
Yes.
just contact you and
Well, no,
now that they found you, you're on your own?
No, I'm not on my own.
Okay.
I wish I was, but
Not yet. Not yet.
sorry. Sorry, Burlington Police.
Soon.
Yes, hopefully. No, I have to go through them for everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're the ones that pay for all the
Okay.
supplies.
Okay.
And
Like the keychains and the bracelets
Yep.
and the whistles. Okay.
yeah. And also there's, can I say his name? I don't know if I can.
Sure.
Bob Aloisi,
Okay.
Officer Bob Aloisi. He is the one that's in charge.
Okay.
So I have to go through him for everything, and he comes to the meetings.
Okay.
So if anyone comes to the meetings that has a warrant or anything like that, please don't be afraid, because they're not there to like arrest you. They're there to help you. I just want to let that be known, that if you have like, legal issues
So
going on.
it's not a trap. It's they really want to help you.
They really want to
wanna-
help you. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's not
So
a
don't
trap.
let that be an issue.
Yes, don't let that
if
be
you
an
want
issue.
help.
Yes, just come, call me.
Okay.
I'll meet you outside. I'll walk you in. Yeah.
Now, have you ever thought? I mean, we're just dreaming here. Okay, I'm not advising in any way. But have you ever thought about outreach with the schools? I mean,
I want to get into the schools really bad.
Okay.
I want to get into the middle schools and the high school.
because when does drug use tend to start? Is it like
In the middle school.
middle school?
My daughter, for instance, she told me last week, Mommy, this boy had like little foam balls in a bag,
Okay.
And he goes, "Here, Alexandria, I want some crack." And, my daughter was like, but she knew it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
I said, and I go, honey, what would you do if that was real stuff? I would say no.
Yeah.
So they're talking about it in 6th grade
Wow.
because she's only in 6th grade.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's in the middle schools. I want to get into the middle schools and high schools and talk to them, educate them.
Okay.
I really
Now,
do.
do you know, I personally don't know, but is there any like curriculum that already exists?
I'm not sure. What do you mean
Okay.
by
Well, like if they already talk about it in health class, don't do drugs.
Oh,
I mean, or would you be like a guest?
there was a police officer
Okay.
that came to the elementary school.
Okay. Yeah, a long time ago they used to do the DARE program. I
Yes,
don't know if they
that's
still
when
do.
I was in elementary school
Okay.
in the 80s.
I know.
Yeah.
Now you're dating yourself.
I know. Yeah, so I thought that we were going to call the superintendent so we could get into
Okay.
the schools, but I don't know about that. I actually have to call myself
Yeah.
probably.
Well, it's still early enough. But
Yeah. But I just really
your
want to
daughter's
get.
a good spokesperson.
Yeah, I know.
You trained her well.
Yes, I actually.
You raised her right.
I have. I've educated her on the drugs already.
Mm-hmm.
She's 11,
Okay.
so I feel that that's the right age. So
Well,
she
especially
knows
if she's already talking about peers and
yes,
stuff.
yes.
So I think we already talked about other outreach efforts. Do you have any fundraisers planned?
No,
Not yet. Okay.
no. I want to,
Okay.
like, really bad. But we have to have we have to be a 501c3 to even
Okay.
collect any money.
Okay, but right now you're like a subdivision of Burlington Police Department,
Yeah.
or like a grant-funded program. So it's not really an organization; you're a program.
That I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know if we're a program or a grant funded. I'm not really sure.
well,
That's
either
a good
way,
question.
it could
though.
be a grant-funded program. So you're basically under the umbrella of the Burlington Police Department.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm trying to now. Let's back up. Did you say how long Burlington Overcoming Addiction? Oh, you said June, right?
June 27th.
Okay. So that's not too long.
No.
Was there like do you know if there was like a different program
There was
before
nothing.
then?
No, there was nothing.
Okay.
There was nothing.
Now, we mentioned Narcan before. Are all the officers trained and have access to
Yes,
Narcan?
they do. Hmm.
Do you know if the fire department has it as well?
I'm
like
pretty sure they.
EMTs?
I'm pretty sure they do.
Okay.
Yeah, because after the Narcan training we had,
Okay.
we handed out Narcan to everybody. I actually got it.
Okay.
I got all the Narcan to hand out at the end.
Okay. Now, along those lines, I'm just thinking, as I mentioned, I recently went through CPR training, and we talked about as the responder, how would you react? Yeah, it's easy to do CPR on the Annie doll,
Yeah.
but how would you react if it were your child or a child of your daughter's friend? I mean, is there some kind of program that you now, as a trained provider to help people, emotional support? I mean, if you saw your friend struggling because of an overdose, would you be able to administer the Narcan?
Yes.
I'm doing the,
Oh, the EpiPen thing.
the EpiPen thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, it's not an EpiPen. You already told me that. But I'm just wondering, I mean, what happens theoretically if it didn't work? I mean, how, is there a support system for you as a rescuer, as a support person? I mean,
is there a support group? Is that what you said?
well, I'm just wondering, is there like a safety net for you if, as a provider,
I'm not
even sure if a provider is really worth the terminology.
Yeah, I'm not sure about
So-
that. That's a good question.
Because I mean, since you are in recovery, if you saw somebody else pass away, I mean, right in front of you,
Oh, God.
I'm just like wondering
I've saved-
psychologically.
Yeah, I've saved lives before.
You have saved, but
Yeah.
what happens if it,
Oh, God.
you know, not to end on a
I
sad
don't
note,
know.
but
I don't know.
I mean, do you have a support system that would be able to,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
talk you off the ledge?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
And I realize
Yes,
I'm like projecting my voice really loudly, so they're probably driving them crazy back in their audio levels. But because it's got to be hard. I mean,
yes, it is.
I mean, it's got to be a relief when it actually works. Like you had
Yes.
mentioned, you've saved
Lives, yes.
many
I actually
lives.
saved. I saved my He's been clean for over 2 years now.
Okay.
My daughter's father.
Okay.
He OD'd and in my house, and I heard him fall.
Okay.
So I didn't have any Narcan.
Okay.
So I just breathed in his mouth. I didn't do chest compressions. I just kept breathing and breathing and breathing in his mouth for like, I don't know, almost 15 minutes.
Wow.
And then the ambulance came,
Okay.
and he jumped right up.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I collapsed
Yeah.
because I was so like, I
It
couldn't
must have been
even-
hard being in the right mindset, knowing what to do. Because I would
Yeah.
just go into panic mode.
Yes,
I know I would.
I was. Like, I was shaking, like,
Wow.
yeah. Yep. So
One life saved. Good job, Christine.
Yes. I save lives.
Save lives. And you can too.
And you can too, yes.
Come talk to me.
Anytime.
So once again, let's just kind of recap. We have about a minute left.
Okay.
So just kind of recap on what's happening on Thursday night.
So
Thursday,
Thursday we'll begin the
28th.
sign sheet for anyone that has passed away. You put their name down.
Okay.
Anyone in recovery, you put their name down. We give out the pins and the
Okay.
candles. Then we'll light the candles about, I don't know, 5 of 7.
Okay.
Well,
When it gets
we have
dark.
Yeah. So 5 of 7, and then everyone. I think someone's gonna sing, too.
Okay. And it's right on the common.
Right on the common, on the gazebo.
Okay.
We're gonna put like all balloons around the gazebo.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, 35 of them.
Are they all purple?
Purple
Oh, you said
and
purple
teal.
and teal.
More purple than teal, but yeah, teal.
Okay.
Yep, that was my idea.
It's a wonderful idea.
So
We are out of time.
okay.
So I definitely want to thank you.
I hope I gave enough information.
I think you did, and I hope I didn't,
No,
use
you- no,
terminology
not at
to
all.
offend anyone, because I realize that there's a problem and I want to fix it, and I want to
Yes.
help you fix it.
Yes.
And I want to thank everyone at home for tuning in this evening, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. I'll see you around town. Good night.